Are Barrow-wights considered undead? Have you ever wondered about the eerie creatures known as Barrow-wights in the lore of the Lord of the Rings? Are they truly undead? Let's unravel this mystery together. To understand if Barrow-wights fit into the category of undead, we should first clarify what undead means in the context of Middle-earth. Undead beings are often those that exist beyond their natural lifespan, animated by supernatural forces, and linked to death or the supernatural. Barrow-wights are described as evil spirits that inhabit the remains of the dead. These spirits take over the bodies buried in ancient mounds called barrows. Importantly, these spirits are not the original souls of the buried kings or warriors. Instead, they are malevolent forces that have invaded these burial sites. The result is a shadowy, wraith-like figure, often with faintly glowing eyes, capable of casting spells or enchantments to trap and harm the living. When we look at their behavior, Barrow-wights act much like undead creatures. They cannot be killed in the usual way since they are already dead. Their physical forms serve merely as vessels for the spirits that animate them. This aligns with the common understanding of undead beings in fantasy literature, where such creatures are not alive but exist in a state between life and death. In Middle-earth, there are other types of undead, such as the Nazgûl, also known as Wraiths, and the Dead Men of Dunharrow. The Nazgul are men corrupted by the power of the 9 rings, existing as wraiths. The Dead Men of Dunharrow are cursed spirits bound by an unfulfilled oath. Barrow-wights, however, are different. They are not cursed men or victims of rings but spirits possibly sent by dark powers, like the Witch King of Angmar, who have taken residence in the barrows. Now, whether Barrow-wights are technically considered undead can spark debate. The spirits that become Barrow-wights may not have ever been alive in the mortal sense. However, the creatures we encounter, spirits inhabiting dead bodies, function as undead in every practical way. They are not alive, they are not truly dead, and they pose a supernatural threat to the living. While the exact origin of the spirits that become Barrow-wights remains a mystery, they are treated as undead within the lore of the Lord of the Rings. They embody classic traits of undead beings: supernatural animation, resistance to normal weapons, and a malevolent intent toward the living. This makes them a fitting and fearsome part of the myths and legends of Middle-earth. For those intrigued by the magic and mythology of Middle-earth, Barrow-wights exemplify how folklore and myth blend with imagination. Their presence in the Barrow Downs adds depth and danger, making their undead nature central to their role in the story.